Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to talk about environmental impacts on Asta, right? Because he can't do anything with magic. So if his attacks are only with magic, oh sorry, what I meant to say was I'll get into the discussion later.
気づいたらああなってたしわからん貴様の頭も噴火し
Now
て
he's gonna have to control that
似
power.
合わんことをするからだそうだ考えすぎちゃダメだあの時だって別に
Instinct,
考
intuition.
えてなったわけじゃねえならばせいぜいあがいてみるんだなはい
Her ability fits her character, you know.
あがいてあがきまくってやる
Just like disciplining her disciples, pupils.
だけじゃなく気にかけてた
Hmm.
だから無意識に
The demon, the devil will protect you.
マグマに違うだろそれはただの無謀ってやつだあの時言われた言葉を忘れた
Hmm. Good callback.
時でも冷静に
Observe.
いいなマナスキンのマリア
Hmm.
これにも魔力が
But it is through these trials that Asta is gonna grow to find the solution himself. He can't just copy others in front of him,
妬むのはもうやめろ
and that's what's gonna separate him,
いろいろ
right, from everyone else.
己のことを分かっていない
He has to find his own unique solutions.
無理だがな
Yeah, you're no way comprehending anything about your power.
持っているものその1
Yeah, think.
魔力の環境はどうにも
Exactly, exactly. This is the train of thought you need.
鍛えた筋肉と体力その3今や日常的に使ってる闇団長直伝の
Hmm.
気のか
All types of life energy, the human body, I mean.
自分に使う
On yourself.
力のことが
Oh, wow. Is that possible? It might be risky.
体の中に体の中を巡ってく感
That
じ
is super interesting.
かいや輪っかか
What is that?
それをよしいいぞもっと流れ巡れ
剣のアンチ魔力はその体に変化をもたらす
Okay. Oh my god, he did it. Wow.
力がみなぎってくるよし行くぜ頂上へ
That was a very cool scene because it showed how he logically came to that conclusion. Right? It wasn't just dumb luck or something out of nowhere. All that we have known so far put together.
こんなやつも倒せ
And that was good. That was good.
水属性だろう何をやっているのだ
I think water against lava is not very effective.
集中するのでいっぱいいっぱいなの
Wow. Just like that. I mean, he's super OP right now.
我がライバル新しい必殺技を身につけたが
This is huge for Asta.
クアスタと名付けよう
Black Asta.
でどこへ行く
He's going to the top, baby. What is that?
あれは
Oh, you know. He looks scary. Where the hell are you going?
助けないのか
必要ねえだろ小僧の中にみなぎったアンチ魔法の力が目指してんのは
Oh, you can read from the key, right?
強烈な魔力
Oh, she's already here.
獅子において狩りをするのはメスだぞ
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that is true.
この魔法
Ah.
カリディス・ブラッキーム少しは己のことが分かったようだな、だがまだまだだ
Train us more. I like how both Fugalian members helped Asta and Noelle. Just like, I mean,
騎士団の最強の選抜隊
how Fugalian did.
の試験に
Now,
合格してやる
Lady Vermilion.
ユルティム火山
Oh,
夜になると完全に噴火が止んでしまうのだ
now we enjoy the.
持ってこんか
Basically, her team squad members learned nothing, and all the other squads grew up in potential.
では全員温泉に
Yeah.
許す温泉か
Whoa, that's a geyser. Geyser. Nice. We are getting a onsen episode as well.
そしてでっけえ風呂になった
So this is the reward for everyone who can climb up.
さあバカども服を脱げ
Sure.
女性の皆様もいらっしゃいますけどどうすんだこれ一緒に入るのか闇と温泉に
温泉好きの女は好きだぜたまには誰かに背中を流してもらって
Everyone's got their own version.
男どもに姉さんの清らかな裸体は絶対に見せ土魔法
Ah,
敵横断
yeah. That'll do. That'll do. and then someone will try to get a peek. Like how across all different anime shows, I see the same version, a similar version, a similar rendition of this scene in some episode or the other. And Nero can see both. I've never been to a hot spring. The steam just smoothly censoring everything. It must be so nice sitting in the basin of a volcano. She can't handle her liquor. Right, she's hundreds of years old. Come on, show the boys' side also. I want to see who's peeping. Like my crush, Asta. Oh my god. Whoa. That's a view. Yeah. Oh, she was here. Oh, the other way around. This was more than just a training thing for her, right? Whoa. Steel warrior. She looks just like her with the... Come on. Surpass your limits. Nice. That's just the volcano coming back. Yeah. What are you doing, man? That's just... Damn. Oh, he kind of does the same thing as Vermilion. Oh, we know. Yeah. I was waiting about that. It's always gonna be there. Every onsen episode in any anime. But who is Yami going for? No. You've never had a Yami and Yuno interaction. he does not fit here. He does not fit in this. No, it's not this. You must do things that he would never do. This is how you surpass. Or don't you dare try to justify this. Yeah, shout your intentions. She's into it. Yami's coming. Well, yeah, that was gonna happen. You can't just circle around on the land. Why they look like insects? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. Hot spring training. We're done. Alright, episode 72 is a wrap. I think this was the main highlight of the episode for me. When Asta figured out how to use ki on his own body is something that didn't think it was possible. But yeah, that makes sense, right? If you can sense the life energy of people, then if you can sense it internally, And this was interesting. Like, once he does this, something is flowing from the sword into him, right? Like this, which is the demon's power. So whenever he's in contact with the sword, it continues to flow through him like blood in circulation. That has to have some consequences, right? I mean, that does not look a that does not paint a good picture for him in the long term. So the mana flowing, or the anti magic flowing through him, and basically he completes the circuit by touching both parts of the sword, right? And that's how he activates it. I think he did that in like the last time in the witch's forest arc. I think he was touching both sides of the sword, and he was on death's door, which helped trigger that. I wonder if we're gonna get that explained a bit more, because this sword does not negate magic. That's the other sword, right? This sword absorbs magic, the thinner one. By But how does it do that? If the anti magic is flowing through his circuit, then how is it absorbing magic? Is it the bigger sword? Is it the smaller sword? Okay, so it is the anti magic sword. It can cut through any magic. So he's holding the bigger sword. So it can cut through magic is because anything that it comes into contact with, the anti magic flows through that person or that magical ability, and it negates it. So if he and since Asta is an empty vessel because he doesn't have any magic, that's why he can control it. That is interesting. We finally get a visual representation of how it works. And whenever he's controlling it, the anti magic flows through him. And if there is a complete circuit or more of it in circulation inside his body, that's how he turns into the demon, or at least partially. That is cool. This scene I really appreciate for the fact of how many things it ties together that we have seen, and you can come to the logical conclusion that Asta did, and it felt in line with Asta's character of trying to think of an alternate way, something that will work for him. And I hope we get to see more of this, because what it shows, and I mentioned this in the reaction itself, is that you see the magic squad members, right? And Noelle, and who else was there? And the other the younger brother of Gillian. They had no idea what to do, and then they get this guidance from Yami and Charlotte, that you have to cover yourself with a mana skin, and that gives them the hint, and they're able to figure it out. But if Yami and Charlotte weren't there, they would have no idea. Maybe one or two of them could have figured it out eventually, but think of it in the context of a battlefield, right? If they're going to invade the Eye of the Midnight Sun's lair, and what if there's something some kind of environmental attack, or a scenario like this where there is something that they cannot deal with directly? How will they figure it out? They don't have the battle experience for that. They don't know how to I mean, some of them, like can probably think it through, but most of them would die because they don't have that battle tendency, and they need their seniors and captains to guide them. But that doesn't work for Asta ever, right? Because Asta has to find his own unique solution, and in doing so, he is sharpening that battle experience, that ability to think on his feet, and that's what's going to separate him. That's what's going to make him stand out against everyone else, because his struggles is making him stronger. And that's a line that gets thrown out very easily, like, it's because I don't have magic, I have to struggle more. But we see this in action. Like, when you show something in an actual example, it drives home the concept harder, that because of his struggles, he has to find his own way out. And through an actual example, it just gives it more merit, the whole scene. I really like this. I need to see more of this. With Noelle, it was an emotional push, of resolve that she needed. With Asta, it was more about figuring out what are the tools that I have. I have my two swords. I am someone who has no magic. I have my brute strength. I have this thing called ki that I've learned from Yami. So how do I figure all this out into a solution that works for me? So that was very good. I really appreciate it. And then he gets launched into the stratosphere and defeats the demon and lands right at the center where Lady Vermilion is waiting, who is an absolute chat of a character, just helping everyone out, regardless of whether or not they are in her team. And then we get into an onsen episode, which of course we would. Uh, Not much to talk about here. Just it was enjoyable. It was still enjoyable because we got the first half of the episode, which was really interesting, and we got this moment with Noel once again, and we're really building up these dynamics for later rivalries or when they might go into something like a tournament arc. We need to develop these characters a bit more if they have one-on-one contests. But yeah, this volcano basin that serves as an onsen, it's not just an area where Lady Vermilion used to come for practice, but also her secret spot that Noelle's mom showed her. So that's something special that they shared, and it's a pretty big deal for her to bring Noelle along with her. And it feels even more rewarding, right, when you have conquered this, this mountain, and then you reap the rewards. That's why the second half of the episode feels more rewarding and not something like the festival thing where I had my complaints. Again, pretty cool scene over here showing just how similar they are, and again, she's helping Noelle out by stating the truth that yes, you are not as refined or as elegant or battle hard as your mother was, who even surpassed me. I mean, that's crazy to think, but you have these imperfections, and that's why you must surpass your mother in your own way. And he always has asked her to look for inspiration. So again, these themes circling back, consistency in storytelling is what I like with Black Clover. That's what it does very well, and when it does it, it really hits home. And even though she had more magical attribute, still, the Steel Warrior Princess Asier Silva would dance around the battlefield. Pretty good. And then we get into the whole shenanigans with peeping over. Of course, Yami would be leading that, and trying not to break character until Asta just declares his love for the sister, and that ends the whole training episode, I guess. And we'll be jumping into the new arc in the next one. So yeah, pretty cool little arc that we got here. Definitely better than the festival one. Quite enjoyed it for Noelle's development, especially, and Asta's revelation of how he can now, hopefully, more regularly control his power. That'll be huge because he is OP in that mode. So yeah, let's see what happens in the next arc, which I'm hoping will be a tournament arc. Looks like it. See you guys next time. Bye.